Alrighty, how many have ever run into this problem? Pulled this manifold off, had to drill the holes on the downspout, drill the studs out because it was snapped off. Happy 4th of July, by the way. And got that all done, got new studs in, went to go put the manifold back on. And bolts here and bolts here, and I cannot get these bolts to line up. And they're off just a little bit. Now it's hanging a little bit, but if I lift that up, it's still, the alignment is not quite right. I tried starting from back there. Boom, this one was off. I started this one. Couldn't get those lined up, but these would line up. So, apparently, and I don't know if it's just GM or if it's all the manufacturers, they do, through their dealerships, carry a, not carry, but their mechanics utilize a manifold stretcher. That's what we're going to call it. Well, I'll get some tips on how to make my own. I'm starting with a bolt with a nut rundown. And on that, let's throw a couple of washers. Like that. I just didn't want to put all the tension on one, so I thickened it a little bit more. And then I had some old shocks laying around, so I snagged little bushings. And I had to light the rubber on fire to get that to come out and burn most of it off because it was not releasing. But what you're going to end up with, if I don't drop it all, like I just did. Oh, pardon the lousy camera work. I'm on a pretty slope driveway here, so this is actually my second take for doing this. What you will end up with is something along the lines of this. And you can run this nut down and it'll spread. It'll push everything wider. So I'm going to get you up on the tripod and we're going to see if we can't get that without cracking the manifold. If I do that, then I'll probably just buy a set of shorty headers for it and call her good. Wasn't planning on doing that right now, but let's get you set up and see what happens. Okay, luckily everything's a 9/16. Let's see if I can do this without kicking you guys too much and getting in your way. So we're going to hold on to the ratchet for the time being. I'm right here. So this sloping driveway bugs me sometimes because I don't have a good flat spot to set tools and whatnot. So I'll probably be in the way most of the time, but let's see if we can do this down in here. Get her somewhat centered. That's showing up. Now we're going to try to gently spread. Probably going to wind up cracking it, but we're dropping it. That one to hold. This one. And that. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Let me try resetting. Alright, here it is, day 2. I had to do some modifications to my tool. Namely, I JB welded the spacer onto the washer just to have less parts that I had to try to finagle. As you can see, it's in place. I also have those 2 bolts threaded. So I have already utilized it. I didn't get any footage of it. You couldn't see it move anyway, but you can see the basic principle. Got the bolt. I cut a groove into it. The edge of the manifold there has kind of got a sharp edge, so I just cut a straight groove straight across the head of the bolt to kind of lock it in. I got that nut. These are both 9/16. Spin the nut so that basically you're lengthening the bolt, and it spreads those two. Nothing cracked. Go very gentle. These are cast iron if you're doing this. Cast iron is actually fairly brittle. But just enough tension to get those bolts to thread. What I wound up doing with this back one, because I couldn't get it to go, and I was worried about putting too much pressure on it, so I pulled that bolt and just beveled the very tip of it just a little bit, cleaned up the threads, and it slid right in. So this one here actually went right in as well. So there you go. Just a quick little video on if you need to make your own tool to get your bolts. It's kind of weird that that happened. I've never had that before, but apparently it's a common issue. Not that I deal with exhaust a whole lot, but there you go. Just for all intents and purposes, this is a throttle body injected 5.7 liter and an 89 K5 Blazer. So, alrighty, thanks for watching. Hope this helps, and yeah, check out my channel if you want more goofy stuff like this. Catch y'all later. Bye.